Hi everyone, welcome to Ladies Who Talk YouTube channel and our series of Ladies Who Talk streams. My name is Irina. I'm a founder of Ladies Who Talk community, and this is our space where we meet with our members and we talk to them about their professional experience and we learn from them from their professional wisdom as well. So today I have a very special guest here and our long-lasting member as well, Marina. Marina is executive director of Ipsos Comcon. She's a well-being expert. She is also PhD and author of several books already. And Marina is an incredible person with so many careers in one life. That's why we decided to call this stream One Life is Not One Career. And today we will talk about this. First of all, Marina, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Irina. Hello to everyone, and thank you for inviting me today. And I'm glad to share what I think about this very interesting topic about one life, one career, or multiple careers during our life. And I believe that yes, one life does not mean one career, because I believe that we can pursue everything that inspires us.
Yeah, and I really love this concept, and we learned a lot from you during our Ladies Who Talk experience because you've hosted several workshops. For me, they were very transformational, and I think my career life or professional life changed a lot during the time that we know each other. And I think that those workshops were the reason for that as well. So let's talk about your experience and how you throughout your life made those career shifts. And I hope you didn't make any sacrifices along the way. How did it happen? How did you manage to do it smoothly in your life? It would be very interesting to know.
Mhm. Actually, I did not make intentional shifts in my careers, and I just lived according to my values, and I did what I love. But also, of course, I followed my passions, but based on the context I was in. And it was the context and it was my interest. I started my career in medicine because I was fascinated by human biology and natural science. And I earned a medical degree. I did meaningful research and earned PhD in medicine. But then I left academic research because at that time in my country, it was not favorable time for fundamental research, and I pivoted to applied research. And I started to work for international company dedicated to market and consumer research and doing research and consulting for pharmaceutical companies, healthcare organizations, and then for companies from other industries. And I built a great career, and I spent more than 20 years in senior leadership roles where my responsibilities was not just consulting but also people management. And again, it was what I loved because I'm fascinated about everything relating to people. And I started to learn some things about this. I got additional coaching certification, additional degree in psychology, and it helped a lot because I promoted a concept of empathic leadership and human-centric strategy in my company, and I started to teach this topic at business schools. I became a coach, author of books about corporate and personal well-being. So it was different roles, but I expressed myself through these different roles, and I tried to integrate them in my life. So I advise that if you want to develop different part of yourself, you can integrate these roles if all of them are valuable for you, or even you can bring new quality into your current job. And in case you can't integrate it, of course, you can think about giving up some roles because maybe they don't serve you anymore, or maybe you are not so interested in that, or maybe it's difficult to integrate all together. So it could be different situation, but I'm sure that you should not sacrifice your values and things that inspire you. And sometimes you have to accept some sacrifices in order to live your authentic life.
That's super interesting. I have a question here. Do you think that giving up the scientific career was a sacrifice? Did you miss it at any point of your life?
No, no, because it was so natural, because it was context I was in. And based on this context, I just pivoted in the area where I was very close to my discovery, desire to discover something. So I got some new inspiration. So all these changes, sometimes I was faced with some situation where you have to change, but all these changes inspired me, because also maybe because I love novelties, I love learning news. So I did not expect its sacrifices, because if you do things that you love, it's not about sacrifices.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. I also remember when we met, you told me, and you were telling this during your intros on workshops as well, that at some point you asked yourself, when there were some changes, I think, in the corporate structure of the company that you worked at, and you asked yourself, how would I define myself in case I was fired, dismissed, or something changed in my professional life? And I think you said that this was some changing moment for you, transformational moment, when you decided to cut your working week, right? Your working hours, and to go and pursue other things that would be interesting for you, like well-being and coaching and writing books, etc. Could you tell a little bit about this moment? Because I think it's super interesting. And also, when in your life did it happen? Because I think there was a particular age that it also can show our listeners probably that you can do it at any moment in your life. Basically, it's just very important to listen to yourself.
It was really a very important moment in my life, and it was maybe it was because of some professional crisis. I was at some point of my career, because it was the situation when my company, global company, decided to restructure business, and they decided to sell some of businesses. And in my country, I was leading the business unit that had to be sold in a year, and it was a stressful situation for my team, and 100 people lived in uncertainty almost 1 year. And my role became to be empathic leader who help people to survive in such serious circumstances, because you know that stress is not just discomfort, it blocks your ability to work, to connect, to live normal life. And I had to be the leader of another type, not just performing but supporting. That's why I started to focus on coaching approach to people, well-being practices. It was important for myself and also for people. And from this moment, I stopped to identify myself 100% with organization I worked, because I understood that this is not sustainable. Even if you are very successful, you are bigger than your organization. And I started to bring these new qualities into my work. And also I start to develop myself also behind my work. So I became coach, teacher, author of the books, and it was the moment when I understood that it's difficult uh, to integrate all these roles. And I came to my regional boss and said that I want to work just 4 days a week. And I realized that it could be the answer no. And in this case, I was ready to leave the company. But they said yes, you can work 4 days. Maybe because they thought that my value was bigger than my requirement, maybe not convenient, but requirement to work 4 days. Yes, and it was the choice that maybe at this particular moment, probably I would have some sacrifices, but I did it. I did it rather naturally, and already 5 years I work 4 days for corporation, and other time I spend to my other roles.
Well, this is incredible, and I think it's a good lesson for everyone. Like, if you feel that you want to do something else, you don't have to um, just quit your job, and stay without any income or something. You can try to combine it, try to find an approach, talk to your bosses and your management and see how you can work it out. It's a very interesting story. I keep telling about your story to many, many people. And this was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream with you, because I keep telling everyone about your story. Like, have you met Marina? Oh, you haven't met her. So you need to know that she has this and this situation and this story, because this is very important, because so many people decide to just abrupt everything and just quit without any plan, without any understanding what they're going to do, just because they're tired or burned out or anything like that, which happens a lot nowadays. But it's just so important to know that there are other ways and other opportunities to do that. Could you, if you don't mind sharing, how old were you where you decided that you want to pursue your other directions and vectors in your professional life?
I was about 50 when I started to think about well-being, first about personal well-being, and I started to practice mindfulness, and then I came to supporting other people. So yeah, it was the decision of more or less mature person who maybe fulfill some social scenarios. Also, my sons were more or less grown up, and uh, it maybe because of that, I had time to do something and to develop different parts of myself and follow my passions.
And it's also incredible, like, that you can do something, you can start something very new in your life in your 50s. It doesn't
It's
matter
never
how
late,
old you are. Yeah,
never
never
late,
late.
never late, never, never,
Exactly.
never. Everything depends only on your um, state of your mind, inspiration. It's not about your age or something. No, it
Yeah.
depends on your plans and how, what do you think, what do you want.
Yeah, it's that's great. When you were saying about how you became a supportive leader, I wanted to ask you about the human-centric approach in business. That's something that is written in your bio, and you spend a lot of time talking about this. So, was it something that you kind of developed yourself for your company, or did you borrow some concepts from somewhere? How did it go? How does it develop nowadays?
Mhm. I believe that human-centered strategy is especially important for nowadays in the era of AI. It's proper time for human-centered approach, and human centricity means that we place the well-being of people at the center of how companies design their products, deliver their services, make their decisions. And in this model, everyone benefits: individual, company, and society as a whole. And I believe and I feel that this is my mission to make business more humanistic and people happier in professional and personal life, because I integrate different backgrounds. And of course, I learned a lot about human centricity, but also developed my framework how to do it. And I do it in my company, and also I teach it at business school or consult other companies. And what is important that human centricity does not mean just nice slogan or buzzword. This is a framework and real system which listen, which responds and evolves based on human needs. And first, we need to listen to the voice of the employee in order to identify barriers that prevent people from doing their best from their best performance. And based on these insights, we can address these barriers. We can create programs, reskilling, upskilling, leadership initiatives, targeted coaching, in order to overcome these gaps. And then you can measure, you can implement, measure impact, and adjust, so you can create a permanent cycle of improvements based on human needs. And this system is really how we can embed human centricity into the DNA of a company. And I believe that it's very important, because just happy and inspired and engaged people can do excellent job, create innovations, and the companies thrive when they are people are happy and engaged.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it applies to everything. I think the human-centric approach should be everywhere, like in government and society, but of course in the place of work, that's super, super important. Do you have like key three recommendations, probably for managers or for those who are building their own teams? Three recommendations where to start with the human-centric approach if they have not heard about it, or they heard something but they don't know how to apply it. Something from your own experience, probably.
Just start listening employees by means of maybe surveys or focus groups, and then start discussing these ideas you identified, discuss these insights, and start co-create new corporate culture with your employees. So this is very important, I believe. So if you are in contact with people, it means that you can address their needs. And in terms of needs, actually, there are two main aspects, because first is how to prevent burnout and make stress management in order to make your people feeling psychologically safe in working place, because just calm and feeling of safety is a key for creativity, for high engagement. So this is the first level. And then you have to learn your managers to work with employees like coaches in order to unlock their potential, because it's very important um, to have individual approach for each person. So it should be culture of the company to have one-to-one meetings with each employee and discuss not just working environment and business project, but also their needs, what they love, what they need, how they want to develop themselves, because this is a very complementary thing, because people who are developing themselves, they develop the company as well. So this is very important.
Do you believe that every manager who works with people needs some coaching training, like real coaching
Yes,
training?
yes,
Yeah.
and I did many coaching trainings in my company, and actually, it's like coaching approach in people management. It does not mean that they have to be coaches. No, they just they need to understand what does it mean coach position, how to support people, how to ask questions which clarify the situation for employees. So it's not about to become coach. It's about coaching approach in people management. This is important, and yes, future managers and nowadays managers should be coaches and facilitators of group dynamics, not just bosses, of course.
Yeah, this is so great that you mentioned it, and then we came to this conclusion, because I think that coaching as a profession or as a training, there is so much bias about it right now, that people say, "Oh, you are another coach. Oh, again, coaches are everywhere." Maybe it's not such a bad thing, for the humanity, that there are so many coaches out there. That maybe it will make the world a better place finally. Not such a bad thing.
I agree with you, and I know that the word coach was devaluating, and I believe maybe because of the fact that maybe some coaches are not good enough, and maybe because of that. But it's not about coach as a profession, it's about coaching as an approach you use, an instrument you use in your personal life, in your professional life. And when I went through when I got the certification for coaching, and I passed this long program as a coach, I understood that this is a very powerful instrument for managers. So I did not become coach as a profession, but I use this instrument in my different roles, and it's powerful. So you can learn coaching, and you can be just in your profession more professional and competent using this coaching approach.
Yeah, that's for sure. I also think that you are very good at what you're doing, and you are a natural coach. It happens with some people that when you meet them and you see and you talk to them, you're like, yes, this person should be a coach or some other helping professional, because you have this natural abilities and talents for sure. And well, you have done several workshops at Ladies Who Talk, and I hope there will be more. But what else are you doing? You're doing corporate workshops as well, right? Corporate programs that you are now developing. And also, you told me something about developing a new line of business here in Portugal. Do you want to tell us about it as well?
It's just a starting point. At the moment, I just looking around, and sometimes the companies come to me in order to make this bridge between customer experience and employee experience. And it seems to me that I can help in improvement of employee experience in order to boost company growth. So this is my passion now, how to deliver good growth for company through people empowerment. And now what I try to consult leaders on this topic. Yes.
And I highly recommend to everyone who is considering this, I highly recommend to go with Marina because I mean there are so many insights in your workshops, and I also love how you combine this professional side with values, of course, but also with well-being, and how you put the health and well-being in general on the first place, which is correct because you don't if you don't have health, nothing is possible in your professional life for sure. So I know that you've spent quite some time on a well-being topic, and you have a Telegram channel. It's in Russian, but still, it's a very powerful tool. Could you tell us a little bit about this side of your life, about well-being, what you personally do as a person, like as a human? What instruments do you use, and maybe share some recommendations, like basic and maybe upgrade level, what to do to help your well-being?
Mhm. Actually, everything what I do in my life and what I write in my books, everything is applicable to me as well. And it seems to me that maybe topic of well-being, and that I write about this topic in the books, for example. This is because I tried to find my own maybe my own structure, how to make my life um, more or less structured, happy, and still very busy, because I'm a very busy person with many projects, and you have to support your resource when you live this busy life. And I studied a lot of well-being models when I was writing my books. But my favorite is the model that was proposed by Richard Davidson, a neurobiologist. These scientists with their colleagues, they did huge scientific research, meta-analysis, and they introduced the theory, the concept of well-being as a skill that we can train. And based on this, I try to train well-being skill. And according to this model, there are 4 pillars for psychological well-being. And the first pillar is awareness. It means that we develop quality being in contact with present moment. We notice what's happening inside us and around us, and actually we can develop this through mindfulness practice, and this is for me foundation. And actually I additionally got certification as mindfulness trainer in order to integrate some mindfulness programs into my educational programs and coaching practice. And actually I do also meditation every day, and this is actually very easy. If you start meditating like 5 minutes a day, it's already will make a difference in your life. And maybe if you start this, you want to continue this very amazing path of mindfulness and mental fitness. I call it mental fitness, and I hope and I believe that we have to develop, to train our brain, our mind. That's why I believe that awareness is foundation. We just maybe train our mind through meditation practice, but what we have as a result, we are in contact with ourselves in each moment, and we are in contact with the world. So it means that you are not in autopilot mode. You are in contact, and you understand what is better for you at each concrete moment. And this is very important because, yeah,
Yeah,
if
of
you
course.
make good
And you
choices.
exactly. I was going to mention choices, like, and then you realize that everything that's happening in your life, I mean, apart from some disasters, but basically it's your choice and the choice how you react to them. So the awareness is the
Awareness.
first
No,
pillar, and what are three
foundation.
others?
The second is connection. This is about relationship with other people. And again, a lot of scientific researchers and many articles confirmed that people who build healthy relationship with family members, friends, community members, colleagues, their life is better, they are happier, they live longer, healthier. So this is also very important, and we can train this quality, this skill through developing emotional intelligence, empathy, communication skills, and these topics are my favorite topics when I teach at business schools. It's very important. So connection, and we can develop our emotional intelligence.
Of course, for me as a community leader, I'm so happy to hear that. Whenever someone mentions that there is a scientific research or proof that if you are in community and if you build social connections, that actually makes your life not only just brighter and more interesting, but some say that even longer.
Yes,
That
yes,
yeah, this longevity is also
yes,
connected to the community and the people
absolutely.
who surround you. Super happy to hear that.
Uh,
Okay, other two pillars are
the thought is inside. It's about how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. If we have friendly perception of ourselves and the world around us, we live in harmony and in peace with the world. And how to achieve this? Of course, we need to identify our cognitive distortions and limiting beliefs. And sometimes it's difficult to do ourselves without professional help, because actually this is sometimes it's blind zone for us, our cognitive distortions. But it's very important to stop criticizing, to stop blaming ourselves because we are not good enough, because all of us are good enough, and we can be even better if we just accept our imperfections. So this is also very important, how I mm, perceive
mhm.
myself and the world around me. And how I can live with some values, or maybe how I can accept my limitations and weaknesses in
Mhm.
friendly manner. This is
Yeah,
also
this is a huge
foundation of
topic.
mental health, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Uh,
the last one?
and the last one, not least, it's purpose, a sense of purpose, which gives us energy to overcome difficulties, optimism, resilience, sustainability. And again, there are many research projects that confirm that purpose will give you longer life, healthy life, and happiness. And also, it's very important to know, to be open to your purpose, to your mission. But I don't think we should overthink here. We should not search just only destiny. It's enough if we know ourselves, if we aware of our values, our interests, our strength, and if we do choices based on this awareness, I believe that we can live authentic life, understanding meaning and purpose of our life. So you see that these four pillars are not about favorable conditions around you. It's but of course it requires some work, but inside you, what you can do with yourself in order to feel better, to be happier, to live more meaningful life.
Yeah, it's a lot of inside strengths that you then base all your existence upon. That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. It was super interesting to hear all about it. I encourage everyone who are members of Ladies Who Talk not to miss any future workshops or meetings with Marina, and just come and meet with her on any occasion. If you are not a member of Ladies Who Talk yet, well, come join us. So, Marina, thank you so much. I wish you an amazing success with everything that you are doing, with many new ideas that you are having in your mind, with this new path that you are looking into. I'm sure there will be a huge success for you. Thank you so much for your kindness and for sharing this time with us, and your wisdom that you share with us as well.
Thank you, Irina. Thank you, everybody who will listen to this recording or was on stream. And I'm happy to support Ladies Who Talk. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who watched us. Hi to everyone who will watch us later. See you soon next week, next Ladies Who Talk stream. Don't miss it. Thank you.